It is the end of the month. It is time for me to come back with my little TBR jar. I actually added some more prompts in here. So a couple of the blue ones that I wrote myself. And we are going to be picking up some of my reads for the next month. Every month they come in here and I pulled some prompts and we pick some books in my unread books, unread physical books. Although I did put in a prompt here about a Kindle because I'm like, listen, I have some stuff saved in my Kindle as well and it could be fun if we picked some of those, even though I really do need to read some of my physical TBR books because funny story. I don't know if this is funny. I had on my stories, I put up this prompt on my stories, basically saying I went in with a New Year's resolution for this year that I was gonna have less books going into 2026 on my physical TBR than I had going into 2025. I had 51 for 2025. I've read 80 books so far this year. Yeah, I've read 80 books in 2025. Why do I have 55 unread books, physical books? The math ain't mathing. The math is not mathing. I hashtag this girl math because honestly, that's what I think I'm doing at this point. Why is this happening to me? So we need to get through some of my physical books if I am going to be able to do that New Year's resolution for myself. But I do love reading and I do end up picking 6 different prompts because I do want to read some things that are not. I want to mood read a bit as well. I usually always read more than 5 books, so I end up being able to read if I pre-ordered books, if there's any new releases, or if I just pick something up that I want to mood read, or if I need a palette cleanse in between 2 books that are a little bit more on the heavy side. So last month I picked 5 different books and I thought I'd start these series but actually letting you know how things have progressed with those 5 books that we picked with our TBR jar. And ding ding ding, I did actually read all 5 of those books last month and I will come back and that will probably be my next video on this channel, so please subscribe if you want to see that, where I will be reviewing the books that I've read in September. I will say, as I'm filming this, I see it over here, I have I think I have 100 pages left of Mistborn, so I will finish it this month. But the book is great, but dang, it is a tough read. It is the highest of high fantasy. So I have only read, I think, 8 books this month because that book took me out. Okay, let's pick some prompts and let's see what we get. This is a new one. So the blue ones are new ones. Some of them are suggestions from you and some of them are new ones that I put in. This one is a booktuber's favorite. Oh boy, do I have some books for this. I almost want to save this and see what else.
Is that cheating?
Listen, I read all the books on my TBR. I don't feel like that's cheating. I think I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna save it until the end and we can see if we get any prompts that are a little bit more slim. Because I have half of my TBR is booktuber's recommendation. Oh, I have 2 here. You know what? I'll pick both of them, but we'll do the old one first. This one is a book with a colorful cover. Okay. I'll start with that. Okay, hear me out. So I have been reading, I have my books down here. I've been reading some romantasy in, it's been not tough because I love reading fantasy, but it's been it takes a little bit more brain capacity. And I feel like my brain is a little bit mush and I kind of want to read some fluffy romances, and so I brought out 3 books that would fit this, and especially this one. This is fantasy though, but this is The Hurricane Wars by Thea, Guanzon, and I really do want to read this one, but I am wondering if I will appreciate this one just based on the fact that do I really want to start another, because this is my problem. I think my goal, this TBR goal, it's a good TBR goal. I'm gonna keep the same goal for next year. Go in with even less physical. Is that true? I don't know. I'm gonna do my best. But one of my goals for 2026 is gonna be to finish up some series that I've started. And I think that's the problem with a lot of the books in my physical TBR is that they are beginnings of series. And I think this one is too. And I am just do I want to start another one? I also have this one. This is Caught Up by Tomforde, and this very easily could also fit into the prompt of read a booktuber's or TikTokers, what are they called? Book Talk, read one of their favorites, because this author has been very, very hyped. And I did read part 2 now in August, and I wouldn't mind reading part 3 in September. And this one is very colorful. I also have, again, I'm very intrigued to read this one too, because I've been loving cowboy romance. Okay, I'm living my best cowboy romance life. This is Paisley Hope's Riding the High, and this is a cowboy romance. And this is more like a sports romance, but it's not much of the sport involved. It's just the relationships. And I kind of want to read, I do want to read this one too, but I don't want to start another series and not like it simply because I'm just in the wrong headspace. I don't think that's good for me. So I think that I am gonna pick Riding the High by Paisley Hope as my colorful book, because this is very colorful, and this is the 3rd book in the Silver Pine Ranch series, and this is Cole Ashby, which is one of the brothers, the Ashby brothers, and he is a police officer, and he is appointed the interim sheriff, and he wants to prove that he's the best man for the job, and he's also a single dad. And then it is Ginger, which is a friend to one of the characters, or 2 of the characters that we've had in the last 2 books, and they are having a very, not enemies to lovers, but they're poking fun at each other. It's like a friendly feud that's going on, and it is a just surprise marriage in Vegas. Okay, we need to do this. And then this one is Kai, who is also single dad. I don't even like children. Here I am reading about single dads. But he is a starting pitchers for Chicago's MLB team, and he is trying to raise his son and is stretching himself too thin, and he hires Miller out of a recommendation from a friend, or I think a co-worker, as the nanny, and that's how this book is. So I'm gonna pick these 2 books because I know that regardless of how I feel in September, I am gonna read these 2 books. And I'm actually very excited. Let's keep this one for later. I mean, again, I do want to read this. I just need to know that I'm not end up giving it a 3-star because I wasn't in the mood for starting a new series. Because that is mean. That is mean. Because I think I will like it. Okay, let's do the prompt that I accidentally pulled when I pulled 2 prompts. And this one is... Oh! A book that focuses on friendship. I think this might have been one of your prompts that you gave me a suggestion for. A book that... Okay. Let me scour through and see if I hope I find something. I don't know if I'm gonna have 2 options, but I hope I find something. Hear me out. I don't have a book that focuses on friendship. Like focuses on friendship. But this one, this is Emily Henry's People We Meet on Vacation. This is Poppy and Alex and Poppy. They have nothing in common. She's a wild child. He wears khakis. She has an insatiable wanderlust. He prefers to stay at home with a book. And somehow, ever since a fateful car share home from college many years ago, they are the very best of friends. So, I mean, it is focusing on friendship, but I do think that this will, of course, turn into a love story. It almost is giving me One Day, which is also 2 people being friends their entire life after this just wild thing that happens in college. If you have not read One Day, I cried like a kid in public. I want to say it was embarrassing, but I blame the book. Such a good book. So I'm thinking I'm going to read this. And also, again, I have never read Emily Henry. So this will be my first time reading her, and so many people are saying, when I say that, you probably gasped. So many people are like, what do you mean you haven't read Emily Henry? But I even own Beach Read too, but I've never read them. So we'll give it a try. I'll read this one. At least it focuses on friendship, but it focuses on one person, I think, wanting it to to make it be more than friendship. Okay, next one is gonna be, oh, it's a new one. Pick a Kindle recommends. This can go in all kinds of directions. Let me go get my Kindle. we are in for a wild ride because my Kindle, the algorithm, I think that machine thinks I'm someone else. Okay, Kindle is here and this is my library. Let's go to the home page. And what did I say? I think I said like Kindle recommends. And it's more like continue series, more like beauty, recommended for you. Is that recommended for me or is that Kindle recommends? Kindle Unlimited recommendations. Okay, let's do that one. This could literally turn into anything. Queen of Serpents and Shadows, which is Blood and Salt book 4, but the reason it's recommending that is because I have book 3 in my library. It's also recommending Kingdom of Blood and Salt. Does this mean that it wants me to read part 3? Because I wouldn't mind that because I have it downloaded. It's also recommending some new series to me. The Silversmith, Empire of Flame and Thorns, of Blade and Wings, Feathers So Vicious, Zodiac Academy, I'm not ready for that. Blood and Steel, I do actually own here. Downpour, which is the second book in that cowboy series where I didn't like the first book. So you know what? I am gonna pick, because it says book 4, but again, the only reason it's recommending book 4 is because if I go back here and I go to my library, you can see what I have downloaded here. I do have, there. Is it that one? Yeah, this one. It says here, it's The Crown of Stars and Fate. That is book 3. I have it downloaded. Okay, so we'll do that one as my 4th book. And again, I'm doing a good thing here because I'm continuing series that I've started because I need to finish some of them. Oh my god, should I do a video where oh my god, should I do that video? It could be embarrassing. If I go through all of the series that I have started and yet finished, and we can like, you know, get a glimpse of the land and just see where we're at, because I have a sneaking suspicion it's like 12 series or something. Should I do that? Let me know if you want me to do that video, because I could definitely do that. Okay, let's get the last prompt. Oh, it's an old one. As I know the old ones are the small white ones. Somebody said it was like a fortune cookie. Listen, it is. A book you meant to read last year. Way to shame me, TBR jar. There are so many books I meant to read last year. Okay, so it needs to be a book that I bought last year, that I definitely thought that I was gonna get to sooner than I obviously have. I mean, take your pick, it's like all of them. I think I'm about to cause myself so much problems. My doggy is here. Hi, Kaisa. Are you bored? My dog is bored. What is it, baby? Are you bored? I know. I have a book that I thought that I was gonna read last year, but then I got overwhelmed and I didn't. And when I pull this one out, you are gonna be like, no way you're reading that one. But hear me out. Hear me out. This is The Will of the Many by James Islington, and this is 620 pages. And the second one comes out real soon, and this will be a great way for me to see if I want to continue this series. I mean, because all the other books are very easy reads. I know that Alexis Calder, the third book, those books are really short, and I know that I finished those really easy. And then the rest of them are like just romance books. So if I take one more hefty book, will I regret this? Possibly. This is basically a young man infiltrates the Katnan Academy, and it's like an academy for the elites, and I tell them that I belong and they believe me. And he's an infiltrator, a spy, and I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I think this will be my 5th book. Okay, so a book I was meant to read last year is gonna be this book. A book for my Kindle recommended is going to be the third book in Blood and Salt by Alexis Calder. The book that focuses on friendship is going to be the Emily Henry People We Meet on Vacation. I'm cheating a little bit, but listen, this is where we're at. A colorful cover is going to be Riding the High by Paisley Hope. Love me a good cowboy romance. And then I am so excited to be reading the third book in the Windy City series by Tomforde. This is Caught Up, and this is based on the... Was it Booktuber? It was a Booktuber's favorite. And yeah, I feel like all the booktubers, all the Insta like book girlies and the book talk, all of them are so into Tomforde, and I will say I do really like the books that I've read by her. And yeah, that Will of the Many, we'll see if I start this video next month saying I read all 5 books. Because if I end up actually reading The Mistborn 1 month and then The Will of the Many the month after, I deserve an award. I deserve a diploma, I deserve an applause, I deserve like something, a gold star. Because those are 2 really hefty books. But I bought them, so I gotta read them. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more book videos, don't forget to subscribe. This is a channel where I focus on book related content and also my travel vlogs. I am traveling to upstate New York soon, and I'm also going to New York City, so I will be bringing my vlog camera and catching that as well. But my next video will for sure be a reading wrap up with spoiler-free reviews of the books that I read in August. And I also am gearing up. I'm gearing up right now to publish. I'm gonna have a video. I'm in the planning stages right now, which is gonna be all about cowboy romance. If you have a favorite book in the cowboy romance genre that you don't think that I've read, leave them in the comments down below, because maybe I want to read them too before I publish this video. I've been reading and planning for this video for a really long time, and I cannot wait to get it ready for you so that I can talk all about this genre that has been literally taking me by storm this year. So hang tight for that one. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you soon in a new video.